Hey polar bears, I'm starting a little early this time because last time I ran into difficulties and couldn't figure out where I was and when I was, and anyway, so I thought I'd come about 10 minutes early. So if you're watching the replay, if you want to just fast forward through the video, about 10 minutes into it is probably when we'll actually start making the announcements of the winners. But I also thought I would try using my phone to see, since it's hard for me to see the dashboard when I'm doing the video on my screen. Like it's hard for me to see who's here and who's not here and who's commenting. I thought it might be easier if I went into the group and tried to do it on my phone, and that way maybe I could see, although it might cause a problem if I watch myself on my phone. That could be a problem. I just realized it could cause an interference with the video. So I can see myself. Oh, there's a delay. Okay, yeah, that's crazy. I can't watch myself and record myself at the same time. That's just too freaky. Okay, how do I stop it? Just leave. Okay, there we go. Anyway, I'm here a little early, hoping that I've got people joining me. I said I'd start at 6, and what I'm doing is I'm trying different times because I know some of you are still at work, some of you are just now sitting down to dinner, and everybody, everybody just has different times that are good for them. I've tried it at 3 p.m. in the middle of the day. And I think that worked for my Australian readers because that was early morning for them. And I've tried it later at night, like at 8 p.m. And, so I'll keep doing that so that some of you can make it some of the time. And there will always be a replay for those of you who can't. But it's just fun. It's fun to be a part of the, reveal. So anyway, I have my bag of Easter eggs here. And each one of these Easter eggs is marked with a number that corresponds with the giveaway that I did in the group. And so I have my winners, the name of what I'm giving away on this sheet of paper, and then I have the winners inside the plastic egg. And so in just a little bit, I'll start, letting you know who won what. And just so you know, I try to do these giveaways fairly frequently because it's just so much fun for me, and I think it's fun for you too. And so I'm thinking my next one will be in May, right before, so Cinder Witch, which is my Cinderella fairy tale retelling, Cinderella infused with Greek mythology. If you can imagine, if Cinderella were Hecate, the goddess of witchcraft in the crossroads from Greek mythology, that's the story. And that is releasing on May 23rd. It's already available for pre-order. And it will be releasing in paperback, audiobook, and ebook. I'm not going to do a hardback cover for this one. It's a novella, so it's a smaller book. But what my plan is to release several of these fairy tale retellings infused with Greek mythology. In fact, some of you have already read Beauty and the Dragon, which is my Cupid and Psyche mixed with Beauty and the Beast retelling. Right now it's free as an ebook at Prolific Works, and I've sent that link a number of times in my newsletter, and I'll post it again in here in the comments of this video after I'm done, for those of you who didn't know about it. But it's just there's like 54 total fairy tale retellings in this Prolific Works giveaway, and there are some big name authors in there, like Willow Winters, I think, is one of the bigger ones. And it's a fractured fairy tale giveaway. It's all about fairy tales, and some of them are sexy and spicy, and some of them are more, low spice. Some of them are, looking at the villain and making the villain the hero, and, all kinds of just twisted ways or just new ways to look at fairy tales. And so it was being invited to that Fractured Fairy Tale giveaway by another author who I think many of you have read, Heather Hildebrand. She's a good friend of mine. She invited me to participate in that giveaway. And it gave me an idea. I thought, I'm going to do a spin with Greek mythology, you know, because my obsession, right? And so I did the Cupid and Psyche, Beauty and the Beast mixture, and had so much fun doing it. And I think it turned out really good. The few, you know, the people that have given me feedback have said they really enjoyed it, and some of you even told me. Some of you gave me feedback. And that just spurred me to want to write more. So I started thinking, what other fairy tales can I infuse with Greek mythology? And so Cinder Witch was the next one to come to mind. And then after Cinder Witch, I'm going to do Snow White and the Seven Shades, which will be another Persephone retelling, but this time through the lens of a Snow White fairy tale. And so I'm looking forward to that. That is going to release, I think, in February of next year. And after that, I'm going to do Hansel and Circe. Circe the witch is getting her story, and Hansel and Gretel are sibling pirates who are, they end up washed ashore on her island. And so she gets a love story with Hansel, who is not like any of the other sailors who have washed up on her shores. And then I'm going to do a Selene Sleeping Beauty. Selene is the moon goddess, and she already has a story about a mortal that she puts into a deep sleep so that she can keep him in this magical state so they can be together. And it's something that he wants too, so she's not like abducting him and doing it. So it goes really well with the idea of a sleeping beauty, Selene Sleeping Beauty. And unlike the actual myth where, you know, Eve never wakes up, in my story, of course, there's always a happy ending. And then after Selene's, I wanted to do I've always wanted to write a love story for the Minotaur, because I feel like he just gets such a bad rap in mythology. You know, he's kind of like Medusa. He's one of these monsters that's just a complete victim and completely misunderstood. And a lot of people have written about Medusa, but I don't know if a lot of people have written about the Minotaur. So I think I'm going to do one and call it maybe like the Minotaur and Red Hood. I see a Little Red Riding Hood story where this female warrior is being sent into the woods to kill what everybody thinks is a wolf. And she finds out it's this Minotaur. And anyway, it's kind of an enemies to lovers kind of thing. And then I also thought about, what about Goldilocks and the Three Gorgons? Because I thought Medusa could have a story, but it doesn't have to be a love story. It could be a social justice kind of story where her and her two sisters, who are turned into these monsters, that Goldilocks thinks are monsters, realizes that the real monsters aren't the Gorgons, but someone else. And anyway, so those are just some of my ideas. I'm just going to keep writing them for as long as people keep reading them. I love both fairy tales and Greek mythology, so I think it'll be a lot of fun. And my thought is I'll be releasing these as novellas, maybe 2 or 3 a year, which I can write these little novellas in between my Mystery House releases. So I think it's something I can keep up with. And then my thought is that I'll eventually do a big hardback anthology of all the stories in one fairy tale, you know, and it's the series or collection is going to be called Olympus Ever After, which I absolutely love that name. And I think I might do some kind of special edition Olympus Ever After, you know, with the sprayed edges and the gold folding and all, foil. I mean, on the hardback dust cover jacket. But that's something that I think I'll probably do maybe through a Kickstarter after I've written all the novellas, but we'll see. Anyway, so that's the plan with that. And like I said, I will post a link to the Prolific Works giveaway in the comments of this after I'm done recording, so that you can all find not only Beauty and the Dragon for free, but 53 other fractured fairy tales from other USA Today and New York Times best-selling authors. It's a really awesome opportunity to be introduced to some other people's works, and it's not required for, what the giveaway is doing is it's trying to help us, all the authors, try to cross-promote, so we're all sharing about it, and then we get to be introduced to one another's readers. And it's optional if you want to sign up to their newsletter, so you can if you want to, or you cannot. You can get the book either way, so you don't have to. Unlike some of the other freebies that I send to you in the Polar Express, which if you aren't subscribed to the Polar Express, it's a free weekly email that I send out usually with some kind of freebie or featured author or my own news, releases, teasers, little excerpts of what's to come, sales, coupon codes. Every week I try to give you something of value. And it's free to sign up. In fact, not only is it free to sign up, but you also get a free copy of what I call the Bookworm Bible. This is a 50-page ebook that I created using all my old blog posts that I've written over the years for readers. Things like how to overcome a reading slump, and how to decorate your bookshelves, and how to get the most out of audiobooks, and how to start a book club, and just everything. How to write good reviews. And I even have free review templates in there, and a link to an online reading journal that's free that you can use, and all kinds of other resources for readers. And so when you sign up for the Polar Express, if you haven't already signed up, you get that Bookworm Bible for free. And you also get a 30% off coupon that you can use on your entire basket in my store on your first purchase. So if you haven't already signed up for the Polar Express, you really ought to think about doing it. You can always unsubscribe if you find it's not for you. But I do email weekly things that I think are interesting and valuable to you. Okay, so it's officially time to get this party started. Welcome to my 8 days of Easter egg giveaways, announcement of the winners. And like I said, I have this basket full of the winners, and I am going to start off with the first one. This is for a signed paperback copy of The Purgatorium, which is a psychological thriller. It was intended for a young adult audience, but most of my readers tend to be adults. It still seems to be appealing to most of the adults that read it. It was influenced by a book that I read in college called The Magus by John Fowles. It was written like in the late 60s or early 70s about a man on a Greek island who gets invited to this man's house, and all these strange things start happening, and he realizes things are being orchestrated to do something, to cause him to think about things. And so I thought, what if that book were happening for a young adult on an island, a young adult who was suicidal, and her parents are trying to help her overcome her suicidal tendencies. Anyway, that's how it was born. And so the winner of that is, I need to find the first Easter egg. So I have this basket, and they're all marked with a number. Here it is, number 1. Let's find out who won a signed paperback of The Purgatorium. And the winner is Heather Swanson. Congratulations, Heather. Oh, and I should say that if you do win in this giveaway, please either message me through my personal Facebook messenger, because I turned my author one off because it's just full of spam all the time, or you can email me at evapohler.com, and it's Pohler.com, to let me know what your shipping address is. Okay, so congratulations, Heather, for winning the signed paperback of The Purgatorium. Oh, and speaking of mysteries and thrillers and things like that, I did want to mention that The Whispering Windmill, which is the 15th book in the Mystery House series, is available for pre-order. If you haven't already heard, it's available for pre-order in paperback, hardback, audiobook, and ebook. And this book is taking place in the Detroit, Michigan area. And I'm going there on May 4th. In fact, Tammy, I don't know how to say your last name, I'm sorry. It starts with a W. It's like Wojcik or something like that, I think. You'll have to let me know when we meet in person. She and I and her husband are meeting up, and we are going to go tour the Henry Ford Outdoor Museum. It's the Greenfield Village, and it's full of all of these historical buildings that Henry Ford wanted to preserve. He didn't want them to be destroyed. So if they were going to be knocked down, he's like, I want to buy it and bring it here. So like the home of the Wright brothers, and Thomas and Edison's lab, and a windmill that was like the first windmill in the United States ever to be built, the oldest windmill in the country. And just all these different famous people's homes or labs or studios, all these different elements from history have been brought together to this big, like almost like a theme park kind of thing that you walk through, and you get to go in and learn all about these different historical figures. And as you know, in the Whispering Windmill, it's the windmill there that people are hearing all these whisperings coming from, and they can't figure, and it's scaring people. It's bringing down their the tourism for them in my story. So my 3 ladies are going there at the request of the the CEO or whoever of the Henry Ford Museum to try to solve the mystery of why the windmill won't stop whispering. And so I'm going there so that I can experience it myself to make the book more authentic. And I'll be leaving, like I said, on May 4th. I'm really excited about that. Oh, so back to what we're doing here. Sorry, I get distracted. Time for the second giveaway. And this is for the Books and Coffee Tea. Now, I notice some of you are like me and you're not necessarily a coffee drinker. So if you don't want the Books and Coffee Tea, you can choose any of the t-shirts that I have on my store. And, I'm happy to substitute it for the Books and Coffee. But I thought the Books and Coffee was cute, and I'd wear it even though I don't drink coffee. But let's find out who the winner is of the second giveaway. Here's egg 2, and that winner is Alice Murray. Congratulations, Alice. Let me know when you message me if you want that t-shirt, and also what size you want, and if there's also color options, so you can let me know what color. You can go to my store, go to merch, evapohler.com, go to merch, look at apparel, look at the t-shirts, find the design, the color, and the size you want, and then message me or email me at your shipping address. So I'm super excited about that. All right, moving on to the next one. This is for the book and Kindle sleeves. They're matching. And I've been having so much fun crocheting these book and Kindle sleeves. In fact, I have them available for sale on my website. If anybody, is looking for something, they make really great gifts too for your favorite book lovers. And I just love making them. So this is number 3. So let me find out. Here's egg number 3. Let's see who the winner is. The winner of the book and Kindle sleeve is Bridget Smiley. Congratulations, Bridget. Awesome. Oh, I also wanted to tell y'all that I told you about my trip to Michigan, but I also wanted y'all to know that this week, so you may have noticed that some of my posts lately on Instagram and on my Facebook author page, I've been telling about how I've been watching this fashionista YouTuber, this expert on how to look less frumpy, especially if you're more of an apple shape. I used to be a pear, but I gained weight, now I'm an apple. Anyway, how to slenderize yourself. And so I've been watching her YouTube videos. Her name is Giedra, and I'll put a link to her YouTube channel in this video comments as well, in case anybody's curious to find out those tips and tricks. But I have loved them. I mean, I wish I would have watched her ages ago, because I realize all these mistakes all these fashion mistakes I've been making that have made me look more frumpy, bigger than I really am. Who wants that added? I'm trying to slenderize here, So I've been posting pictures of different outfits, because I've gone into my closet and tried different things to follow her tips and tricks. And I'll continue to do that, because I think it's a lot of fun, and it's encouraging me and making me feel more confident. And so anyway, in all the choices, all the clothing choices I'm making these days, I think about her tips, including today. And so she talked about how V-necks help elongate your body. So from now on, probably I'll only be wearing V-necks. Or if you don't wear a V-neck, if you wear a higher neck, wearing either a long necklace or a long scarf or something to cause vertical lines can really help. Anyway, that's just one tip that I learned. I've learned a whole lot of others, and I'm super excited to share those with you. Oh, but what I was getting to was that I'm going on a trip this week, another trip. I know, 2 in a row, really back to back. But I had to do it this way because I really needed to get the Michigan trip in, since that's the next book that I'm going to write. And I was originally planning to go to Michigan in February. But then the friend that I'm meeting up with there told me that it's going to be snowing and blizzardy and all of that in Michigan, which we're already wearing flip-flops in San Antonio by February. So I didn't even, think about that. She said, you really ought to wait and come in May. So that kind of put a crunch in things, and I had already planned to do this Branson trip. And the Branson trip is going to be the location for the 16th book in the Mystery House series. And I was going to ask y'all your opinions on the title, because I'm thinking about setting the Branson trip at Christmas time, even though I'm going in the spring. So but I'm thinking about setting it around the holidays. I enjoy writing holiday books, and I think people enjoy reading them. And I just love the title. Let me know if you like it too. A Sprite Christmas. Isn't that cute? So I'm thinking that the Branson trip, and I've already done the research on what the ghost is going to be, who the ghost is going to be, and all of that, so that while I'm there, I can go to the places that I need to go to, make it authentic. But let me know if you like, in the comments, please let me know if you like the title, A Sprite Christmas. And that one will be releasing probably around December 1st of this year. So we'll have the August 1st release of the Whispering Wind. Well, first we have the May 23rd release of Cinder Witch. Then we have the August 1st release of the Whispering Windmill. Then we're going to have an October 1st release of Beauty and the Dragon, which is available at the Prolific Works giveaway, but I can't release it because it's exclusive to Prolific Works right now. I can't release it until after the giveaway ends, and the giveaway ends at the end of August. And so I'm going to go ahead and put it up for pre-order on September 1st and then release it on October 1st. And then after that, we'll have the December 1st release of what I think is going to be called, if you guys like the title, A Sprite Christmas. And that's the one that's going to take place in Branson, Missouri. Okay, sorry I keep getting distracted. What are we on? We're on number 4, Voices in the Vapors, a signed paperback copy of Voices of the Vapors. Let me find the egg that, here it is, number 4. Let's see who won that one. The winner is Jody Montgomery. Congratulations, Jody. Awesome. You won Voices in the Vapors. Okay, now the next one is the stainless steel, it can be for water or coffee or whatever, the Polar Bear drink holder, I don't know, what do you call it, water bottle? Stainless steel water bottle. However, like the t-shirt, you can go to my store and look at drinkware, and if there's something else you would prefer, if you would prefer one of my mugs instead, you can let me know if you're the winner. So it's totally up to you. There's about 5 different types of drinkware that you can choose from. The winner of the drinkware, this is number 5. Here it is, number 5. Let's see who that is. The winner is Jill Wilson Burgess. Congratulations, Jill. That's awesome. Glad you won. Let's see. Okay. Oh, and I also wanted to mention, those of you who are bloggers or social media influencers, if you like to post a lot about your books or your reviews that you read about books and you have a decent following, I wanted you to be aware that you can become an affiliate of Eva Pohler Books. If you go to my website, on the drop-down menu under Home, you'll see something about premium membership, and you'll see affiliates, become an affiliate. If you click on that, it'll tell you all about it. It's super easy. I already have a few people who are already working with me, and we haven't had any problem. I mean, it seems to be the seamless, there's no issue with people being able to track the referrals that they send my way. Now, these are only referrals to my direct store. I can't pay you affiliate income if you sell my books at Amazon, but Amazon can. So if you aren't already an affiliate there and you do post about your books, sign up as an Amazon affiliate too. But it's just a way that you can make money, that both of us can benefit. If you're posting about my books, then you deserve a cut, right? So if you do like to do that kind of thing, or if you are trying to build up your own following and you want to become an affiliate, please do go to my website and look that up. Okay, we're on number 6, and this is for a signed paperback copy of The Lady at the Gate. Here's Easter egg number 6. Let's see who the winner is. The winner is Brenda Chambers. Congratulations, Brenda. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Oh, and I think I may have already mentioned this, but in case I forgot, the next giveaway is going to be around the release of Cinder Witch, which is releasing May 23rd, and that's actually the Friday before Memorial Day weekend. So my plan is to do some kind of a giveaway leading up to the release, and then do this live video sometime over the Memorial Day weekend. I know a lot of you will have plans and won't be able to come. You can watch the replay later. You can still participate in the giveaways leading up to Memorial Day weekend. But like me, maybe a lot of you just sit home and read on those kind of weekends, so if you want to watch the live video, you can. But those of you who weren't able to participate in this or who aren't winning like you had hoped, I will be doing another one in May, and probably I usually do one in July 4th. I do them often, so I really do hope everybody has a chance to win at some point. All right, moving on to number 7. This is a signed paperback copy of Persephone. And let's see if I can find the 7th Easter egg in here. Is this it? Nope, that's not it. No. No. Here it is. Number 7. Let's see who this is. It is Ben White. Congratulations, Ben. Please send me your shipping address and I'll send you your signed copy. Oh, and when you do, let me know how you want it inscribed. I should say that to all of you who win paperbacks. When you send me your shipping address, let me know to whom it should be inscribed. Some of you may already have copies of these books and you might be planning to gift it to a friend or a relative. So just let me know to whom I should inscribe the book, especially if you go by a different name, right? All right, moving on to the very last one. Oh, but before I announce the winner of the very last one, which is this really sparkly, glittery egg, I also wanted to really quickly remind you that you can become a premium polar bear. Some of you have seen posts of people that are like, oh, I got my monthly goodies from Eva. Here's a picture of them. And others of you are like, why are you getting monthly goodies from Eva and I'm not? Well, the reason is because some people have signed up to be a premium polar bear. It's $25 a month if you're in the United States or $250 for the year. And it's $40 a month or $400 a year if you're somewhere else outside of the U.S., just because it costs me more to ship it, so I have to charge more per month. And you get monthly goodies, monthly packages from me. Every other month, it's a signed paperback of your choice, along with either a personal message or a tarot message. Some people don't like tarot and others do, so I offer either one. You get the coupon code along with the paperback to get the ebook and audiobook editions. And you also get some kind of swag along with it. Last time they got a crocheted book sleeve. In past, it's been like a metal inscribed bookmark or a keychain with a bookish charm or a polar bear ornament or bookish earrings. I'm trying to remember all the little, it's something little that I can put in with the book when I send it, some kind of bookish swag that'll go along with it. And then on the alternate months, it's some kind of merch. So this particular month they got, and you can find it on my store. Not everything that I send them is on my store. Sometimes I find other things. But this one is, and it's the Kindle or book holder. It's a pillow. It's actually 2 pillows that are, I think it's probably Velcroed together. I'm not sure. I didn't get one for myself. I should have. They come in different colors, and you can unzip them and take them off the pillows, the covers, and wash them. They're real soft. But you just prop your book or your Kindle on there so you can watch hands-free. That's what they got this month. In the past, they've gotten like a polar bear, a moon tree hoodie, or I've done a lot of bookish t-shirts, mugs like what you're getting. Let's see, they've gotten, I can't even remember everything. Maybe some of you that are premium members can remind me what you've gotten by posting in the comments here for everybody else. But anyway, it's just a fun thing to do for yourself. You know, it's always fun to get mail, especially from someone whose books you enjoy reading. And so if you want to treat yourself, or you can always gift it to someone else that you love, if you're looking for something that you can do for someone, and an avid reader who would love to get something every month from me, you can always sign up and do a membership for them. Anyway, you find this information on my website. Underneath home, you'll see a little drop-down menu, and there's premium membership, and you can find out everything you need to know there. I'm truly blessed to have these polar bear, these premium polar bears, because what it does is it's good for me and it's good for them. And that's what I always try to do, is come up with things that offer value to both me and my readers. The reason why it's good for me is that it gives me a steady income, because as a writer, it's a feast or famine kind of job. For most artists, it's feast or famine. We have months when we release where we make decent money, and then we have months in between releases where things kind of dwindle down and we don't sell very much. So by having premium members, I know, I'm going to have this bit of income every month. So anyway, for you, it's a deal, because there's no way you could get all the things that you get from me for $25 a month. Or if you're international, $40 a month. You get much more bang for your buck. Because I always, I have because that includes the shipping and everything. So you get it for less. Anyway, I'm sorry I keep prolonging telling you the last winner here, but it is kind of fun being teased, isn't it? Like, ooh, anticipation. Anyway, let's go ahead now and finally see who our final winner is. And this is for I Like Big Books and I Cannot Lie book tote, which I think is so fun and adorable. And it truly is a big tote. I wish I had it here, so I should have brought mine over here to show you. So the winner of that is... The winner is Tracy Fritz. Congratulations, Tracy. I told you you should be here. I wanted you to see it live. And I can't tell on my screen whether you are. And I forgot to use my phone to see who's here so I could say hi to you all. But I'm going to, once the video is done, I'm going to go back and say hi to everybody in the comments and stuff. But thank you all for joining me for this. And if you're watching the replay, I hope you enjoyed it as well. That's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed your Easter weekend and that you have a great week. And I'll probably be posting pics of my Branson trip, which will be the the location for the 16th book. Hopefully a Sprite Christmas. I'll post some pics. I'll be there this weekend. We're leaving on Thursday and coming back on Tuesday. So I'll be posting pics on my social media, so please look out for that. Anyway, thanks again for coming. Have a great week, and I'll see you in the lounge shortly. Adios.